intense drumming intensifies. Right, hi everybody, welcome back to I Wanna Hug That Gator. Sorry about the break in the middle there. I had to, well, I didn't have to. I was making one of my friends wait for me, and like it just kept going on and on and on. And I was beginning to feel bad, so I just stopped it and went and being a decent person for my friends. So last time, Olivia was having a bit of a bad time, as usual. Poor bastard. That red gator, red, was it Parasaur or whatever she was called? The bully, Mia. She was basically blackmailing Olivia, and Ingo's had the idea to just throw all the cards out and just say, hey, Mr. Iadak, and to see if we can get help in the general situation. But you need to accept our help. Hold on, let me go back a bit. I'm here with you too. You're not alone, Olivia, but you need to accept our help. Please. Olivia looks me in the eyes for a second for sharply snapping her face downward. Her body then begins to quiver, almost as if she trembles with a mixture of cold and fear. Olivia. I get up from my chair and reach out to grasp her shoulder and try to comfort her somewhat. It's okay, I'm here for you. Olivia's shaking lessens, giving me hope that my words were starting to reach her. We're not 2 seconds after those. Hold on, did I read that right? Olivia's shaking lessons, giving me hope that my words were starting to reach her. But not 2 seconds after those thoughts come across my mind, Olivia's shaking resumes again. The shaking's followed by a sniffing, at which point I notice tears rolling down Olivia's snout and falling right into her lap. Liv. Before I can finish my word, Olivia lunges forward and wraps her arms around my abdomen, bringing me forward and burying her face into my stomach. At which point she begins to let out what I can only describe as pain-filled wail. At first I'm left utterly frozen in place, hands raised and eyes wide. Nothing in my life has ever prepared me for a situation such as this. Like, you never hugged someone? Hug the gator, you dick. No, Ingo, you know what to do. Place my other hand on Olivia's shoulder and slowly take a single knee, bringing me eye level with her. Then, without saying a word, I tighten my embrace, allowing her arms to wrap around my neck as I wrap my arms around hers. My waist is pulled close too by her baby boa-like tail that's become an impromptu belt harnessing me to the gator girl. There's a distinct thumping in my chest, rhythmic and relaxing. Realization that it's her heart sets my face ablaze, but also brings a smile to my lips. Close my eyes and let myself become lost in the warmth of Olivia's embrace. When we break apart, I check on our time limit. My phone says it's still 20 minutes before school's out. Hopefully Iadakin has a free period right now. You ready? Olivia gives a small nod. Get up and start to move towards the door. Door held open with the back of my shoe. I look back to her. Olivia wheels over and grunts with each push. Grab, I'm an idiot. When she reaches me, Olivia gives me a very meaningful look. I don't really get that it's intent. I don't really get its intent until her tail wraps itself around my wrist. Right. Taking Olivia's reins from her, we start towards our art teacher's room in companionable silence? Is that what that word is? Companionable? And can't wait to just go home and relax. Maybe open a bag of chips. Olivia's tremoring has fallen a 2 on the Richter scale, so that's nice. She's seen enough Mia to last a while. Then again, so have I. She'd probably kill us if she saw us sneaking off. Near the end of it all, it's nearly over. The first bit of quiet to get. Sounds of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Olivia's gripping my wrist hard. Guess she's still pretty tense. Maybe there's a massage place around here. That'd be a pretty nice thing right now. Wait a second, just the sound of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Something ancient wakens on me. A nice chill races down my spine, as if there's a knife poised behind my back. Gator girl tenses, head stiffly turning, her pupils slowly shift to mine, and their contraction to pinpoints bring attention to the danger my ancestral instincts are warning me of. Zep. They're trying to run a Fight or flight responses. Fight or flight. Reflexes kick in. Zero thoughts in my head. My body chose to book it. Hee hee. You just glitter bombed her in the eye. For a moment, I wonder if the deafening noise of metal doors being hit is from me punching it in rage or accidentally slamming into it of chasing us. When I catch you, I will eviscerate you and every last thing you love. Fuck. The elevator finally begins its descent downwards. I exhale deeply. Olivia grasps for breath. My arms sting from Olivia's razored grip. Good thing I have a jacket. Her claws have shredded the sleeve. I think it may even have drawn blood. Shake my arm a bit. Olivia retracts her hands apologetically. Sorry. Oh god, are you okay? No, I'm not. What happens when we reach the bottom? Mia will be waiting for us. Olivia removes the key from its slot. It won't open. Just don't make any noise. The elevator reaches the bottom. Am I recording? I am. Just as Olivia said, without the key, the outmoded chamber simply powers down. Silence. There's a small gap under the door letting light in. There's nobody there. We sit in the dark. Empty cabin for what feels like minutes. I'm pressed close to Olivia while we wait it out. I can feel a tail wrap around my ankle, which thankfully won't rip my clothing apart. The phase 7 minutes in heaven surfaces in my... Really? Cole, come on, man. It's a bit warm in here. Shh. Heavy, rapid footsteps zone in on us, accompanied by the sound of ripping paper. Mia's destroying everything on the walls. You fuckers better still be in there. You cowards run away, so help me, Raptor Jesus. She's right in front of the door. I hear her heavy breathing and soft thuds as she attempts to put her ear to the door a few times. Try to stay as silent as possible, but I'm afraid that homicidal parasaur can hear my heart hammering my chest in pants-crapping horror. Mia, with no intention to vent her frustrations verbally, resorts to the next best thing, physical therapy. We're surrounded by the sounds of ripping paper, dented lockers, drywall fracturing. On occasion, something hits the elevator door again. Olivia and I don't dare move. I hear other voices. Mia's drawn attention to herself. Who the fuck are you looking at? Do you want one less horn? Find someone quick. I swear I've had it with that fucking luggage case on wheels. Good luck painting when you're eating through a straw, bitch-legs croca cunt. Olivia takes a sharp breath. Silence. What was that sound? Sounds like a series of sharp cracks. Hey, whoa, hey. It's all cool. It's not what it looks like. It's rapid footsteps echo down the hall. Is she gone? What the fuck could have scared me like that? There's a light knock on the elevator door. Anyone in there? Sounds exhausted, but it's definitely Iadakin. By now my eyes have adjusted to the light. Livy's relief is palpable and shared, my body feeling relaxing, practically melting against the wall of the tiny elevator. We're going to have to tell Iadakin. It's safe to come out. It's all clear. Well, looks like a stick of dynamite went off in here, but otherwise it's fine. I look at Olivia, who stares at the key in her hand. She moves to unlock the elevator, but hesitates. I think her teacher is able to sense it, but his tired voice carries the weight of worry. Everything will be okay, I promise. She doesn't put it in, she just stares. You don't know that. Olivia whispers softly. I can barely make it out. God, please. Putting that key in and open up means telling Iadakin everything. There's no way Mia's letting this slide. Nothing's a safe bet. Nothing can be said for sure. She can't do nothing. She can't do anything either. So she looks at me as if I have an answer. The key is offered, delicately held between two of her claws. Fuck, man, what do you pick? I'm going to say don't. Um, give her the time that she needs, you know. Don't take it. Don't take it, don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. Don't want to read it. My hand cupped hers, eliciting a small gasp from the girl. Even with the darkened lens of my shades, I could make out her moon silver eyes filled with all the worries of the past month. Worries she's endured because of our friendship, and possibly more. Inkle. My fingers curl softly, pushing the key back into her palm. My lips move, but no sound comes out. You'll understand, Olivia. Either from my unspoken words or my comforting grip, Olivia is able to gather her courage. We share a simple nod, and her hand finally moves to the panel. The key inserted and twisted, the dark room shudders briefly before the metal door finally starts to slide open. We're greeted by the sight of our teacher looking very haggard, his brow slicked with sweat and holding some strange black rod. Olivia reels back at the sight of the odd baton. Thanks for saving us, Mr. Adakin. Don't thank me just yet. Gonna need an explanation. So is Principal Scaler, for that matter. He steps aside and motions us out of the elevator with the wave of the broad stick. Come along now. Give the janitor some time to take care of this mess. Wait, wasn't the principal on the top floor? Anyway, holy shit. Looks like Mia tried to destroy everything within her reach in the hallway. On the ceiling, a pipe is leaking water intended for fountains and toilets. A group of dinos in overalls are round the corner looking absolutely pissed. Our teacher waves at them and begins escorting them to his room. Escorting us to his room. The adrenaline's fading now. I can feel the acute pain in my arm. Olivia's hand reaches back behind her head to the arm she grabbed, her fingers delicately loop around the spot. She looks back, her mouth shut tight, but her sympathetic eyes tell me she's sorry. I nod back with a comforting smile. Sure, it hurt, but I know she didn't mean it. I look forward again to the door of Dakin's classroom. Olivia sighed and resigned herself to explaining everything to her teacher. Olivia looked ready to collapse. She'd taken the better part of an hour explaining to me his extortion in full detail. I grab Olivia's canteen and hand it to her. She greedily chugs the entire thing, gasping after and rubbing her sore throat. It was hard to get a read on what her teacher was thinking. His brow furrowed, his fingers steepled, and he was muttering to himself. Finally, with a deep sigh, he stands from his desk and looks at the exhausted girl. I had a feeling something was going on, but to this extent, he should have come forward sooner. I know, but we're here now, aren't we? Fair point. Still, I'm concerned that you thought nobody would notice. Didn't think anybody would care to look. Those assignments go through dozens of eyes, you know. What do you mean? Your style, Olivia. I saw it from a mile away and I was just waiting for you to talk to me. You knew? Why didn't you say anything? Wanted it to come from you. Don't worry, I'm not going to lecture you. Refugees know you've had enough of that already. You two did well for yourselves, though I'm proud of that. All we did was run away from Mia. Mr. Iadakin sighs. Not long after, he gently smiles at us. It matters that you two have found strength in each other and reached out for help. What we have on Mia now, we can justify watching her like a hawk from here on. Anybody else she was harassing ought to thank you. Sure she's actually getting... Are you sure she's actually going to get in trouble for this? At this point, it would look bad if we didn't punish Mia for this kind of behaviour. That's a relief. Come on, you two can hunker here until school clears. Is she going to murder Ben or something? Is that what's going to happen? You sure? You're going to stay after like always, right? Yeah. Loud noise makes me stumble on the floor. Mr. Dakin! Whoops. Dakin looks at a device in his hand. Is that a taser? There's a piece of tape on it with something written on it. Estrus Protocol? Anyway. Piece of tape on it with something written on it? Anyway, I'm going to run and get some things done. Going to want my accounting paper pretty soon. May as well knock it out of the way. If no care at all, Mr. Dakin chucks the electric weapon in his desk for turning to his doorway. Don't burn the place down. Alone, I go sit near the back of the classroom. Why did I just randomly get tased by the horny whip? Did I say something horny and I wasn't really... I don't get it. Okay. Mr. Yadakian. Whoops. Yeah, taser, Estrus, go away. I go stand at the back of the classroom, looking at the window, feeling like a huge sigh I'd been holding in. Liv rolls over to join me, but surprisingly she's smiling. You're right, Uncle. Hmm? I can trust them. We sit in silence, just looking out the window. When school's out, we watch a crowd of students go home. I don't see me in the crowd, but it doesn't matter. I think despite it all, Olivia's life is going to be just a bit easier after today. Most students trickle out of school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. Figured it'd be best to let her rest. I saw her dripping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute, snapping idly in her wheelchair. Except for the weird bellowing. It's like a snore, except I could feel it vibrating through the floor. With the clouds hitting the sun, the classroom's lights turned off, and I can do with some shut-eye too. I can't bring my eyes closed. Instead, look out the window. The layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Light raindrops prick against the glass. Crap, I really should have brought my umbrella. As a few minutes go by, they roll in closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia was awake, she'd think it was pretty neat. I look back at her. Maybe I could nap too, just a little. What was... Ah. The eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly! Trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't help with this. What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instruction to shelter in place for several lovers. The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Mr. Adakin is back, panting hard, clothes drenched. Takes a moment, surprised to compose himself as best as he can. Sorry about that. Faculty's doing a sweep of campus right now. Apparently there's a monsoon scare right now. Monsoon? Does that happen here? Adakin's gesture to his drenched outfit and out the window as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. We're going to be alright. Ah, of course. Schools are designated shelters for the worst disasters. But anything you safer here than at home. But the hallway outside is open, isn't it? Just finished putting the cover up. The cover? Just keep close to the wall, yeah? What do we do now? Adakin shakes his phone at us. Shelter in place. We're stuck here for a few hours. Liv reaches into the bag and pulls out a drawn book and a well-used pencil. When it reaches time to catch up on schoolwork. I'm sure you have some work from other classes still pending. I can't think of a better time to tackle that right now. Today's been rough. Can't I do this or finish my nap instead? That's fine too. But aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes? Maybe. Fine, I'll catch up on some of that. Adakin gives a single nod and smiles. Liv puts away her drawing materials instead, pulls out her bulky mathematics book, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't in the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen and table, looks around at the room and out the window. Eventually lets out a groan and slams her book shut. Oh, this sucks. Can I please do something else? Dakin, who'd been busying himself with grading his paperwork, snaps away from his work, looking at Olivia and rubbing his chin. There's one other thing you can help out with. Would need both your help with it. Could even consider a new extra assignment. What do you say? I know, pretty rough day in Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it. Right, alright. Wonderful. Back here. Starts walking to the back of the room and waves for us to follow him. Something in the dark room. Oh man, thought we wouldn't get to do anything until the last few weeks of semester. Going to be getting a head on start with this section. Maybe we're making prints or learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Went up with the cinematic gate. You're going too slow. Oops. Shake the excitement off my head and into the dark room. Adakin holds the door open for the two of us to enter. Inside glows the vibrant crimson light. Adakin's suit appears to light up in the red lights, so does my shirt. I've only actually been in a dark room once before. This is cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing? We? It's an important job just for you. Alright, I'm ready. What am I developing? Your lower back. Click of a switch. Red lights switch to normal lights and properly illuminate the room. There are boxes over there. I need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course, legally I can't make you do anything. You at least get extra credit. You get one of the bag of chips I keep hidden in my desk. Fine. Nice. and Olivia will clear the way for him. Actually, there's something in that box we'll need in a bit. The two move back to the entrance and face the myriad boxes I have to carry. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium-sized, like you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they? Oh! Thud. Lift with your knees, Uncle. This is going to suck. I look at Olivia. She already has her phone out, pointed my way. Damn it. I shift my legs and try again. I actually managed to get the thing off the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. What are these loaded with? Bricks? Fucking face. Oh my god, I love that face. Something like careful, they're fragile. Is it tiles, maybe? Barely get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. Well, to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of the year. Guess I am getting stronger. Adakin walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox. Oh good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. They look tough. Or rather, stay here. I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up the doorway behind the Adakin. Surprised she didn't use the dolly. What dolly? That face! Oh god. Hold on. No, snipping tool. Oh, that's getting saved forever. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Where'd my window go? There we go. Before you get started, you didn't ask. The love of I hate you. That's the spirit. Olivia stifles her laughter and I can't. That fucking face is too good. Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying. Oh? He grabs a box cutter from the shelf and slices the top one open. Pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh sweet. So that means you'll be making your own prints for midterms. That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to run any of that. These need to be assembled. Rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia's gotten curious. She's rolled up to the station and handling one of the funnier looking pieces. Anyway, here you two go. Wait, two? Yes, two. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Inko so much. Stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from her teacher's face. What about you, Mr. Adakin? I'll be back. Makes his way to the door again. Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things. For either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has a toolbox open on her lap. Alright then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so, folk. Step 1. And with the next piece. Did it scare you? Yeah, you scared me. These things are heavy. What if you dropped that on something? I didn't though. But you could have. And I didn't. Olivia still reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on, we gotta do things right, or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun, it's just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. I've used one of them before, they are really fun to play around with. You're a gross oversimplification. Dakin's gonna make you one you break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, it'd mean you can't participate and learn about photography. Photography's your thing. Doesn't apply to me much, does it? Maybe that's a guess for you, but photography's my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class. Oh, sorry. It's nothing. Olivia politely rests her hands on her lap, her eyes lingering on the box parts. Well, how's it work then? The print larger? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. I think it's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-shiver rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of it's coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to evoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm well prepared for Olivia's comeback, yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. Why do you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You can express all kinds of things you could never express with a photo. Livy taps her claw on the imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision, she smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove you this takes skill. Hold the light portion up, make sure it's the right angle, fasten the last portion of the enlarger on it. Plug the machine in and flip the switch. Happy it works right and lights up the entire base. Livy looks at me with some confusion as I move to the entrance of the room, flicks the light switch, bathing the room in a bright red light. Going back to the workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot a slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! Negative carrier in place in the machine. A bloody grey blob is protected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. Hold the manual under the light. I hold the manual under the light to the side of the blob, checking which knob is which, slowly turn them. As the lens and billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more and more definition until it finally becomes a spitting image of the school's front entrance. I can even do this, take out negative and place it on top of the other, before slotting the carrier back in, also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with half a dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What did you do? Overlapped another shot, backgrounds are the same, and doubled up. So I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. It would take a few minutes to do tops. Look a lot better too. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only know how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Dakin's lectures about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? Dunno, but what's that smith? Oh shit. Pull it negative carrier and wince how hot it is. Crap, shit. Then very quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve open and carrier, I see I've managed to melt two negatives together. Ah man, I was going to use that. All that work, and I go and mess up trying to prove something. Livy's never going to live this down. Queen Gator Girl is a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Shit happens. We're in a lot of paintings in the past too, you know. Takes reels from the warm metal plate, holds them up to the light trying to see them through. You got more shots on this thing. I like those shots. Then go retake them. Not that easy, like, has to be the exact same time and weather and lighting? Timing. The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of ventilation stuttering to a halt. The blackness is all encompassing. Can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inkle? Her voice affirms me like we're still alive in some fashion. But there's a shakiness to her tone, which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Her breathing is the only noise, as if we'd been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. Still here. I know that. I had my hand down to brace her shout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarger base. But, guess school lost power. Feel something cover my hand. Then a squeeze. Painfully. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry. Pressure lessens, which doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. It's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across the limb, eases. Hold on, what? Am I reading that right? I don't think I'm reading that right, sorry. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across it, okay. When he brushes his thumb across the scaly limb in his hand. Stop that. Stop what? Just stop that thing you're doing with your hand. And then I want to slap my face when I realise. And then I want to slap my face when I realise she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. You have phones with lights on them, though. You will find. Wham! Olivia, Inkle. My instincts kick in. Up back to make space between us and the killer. Turn my back to them, make a defensive wall, wrap my hands around Olivia's head, make sure she's 100% protected. It's me, Mr. Iadakin. Took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is, I look up at the shining white pterodactyl, point the flashlight at his own face. Get off me, you get! Really, is she meant to be Scottish? She feels the way she speaks makes me feel Scottish. Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Trigham's classes for. You're not paying. We're not Friss. Mr. Adakin holds a pale hand, his grin widening, relaxed and joking around. He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight. Power's out for the whole block, and apparently our backup generator's decor old, and it's only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio. Livy follows me into the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Adakin's wake. Slow sounds of his gate sets a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Wow, it's coming down outside. Think it'll flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have a carpet, you know. Mr. Adakin starts pulling something out of his desk. It's too dark to see what. Don't mind me. That junk just sucked away half a year's funding. You ever try teaching people about watercolours without the friggin' watercolours? It was ridiculous. I remember. You were the most upset. Alright. He sets out some tiny tea lights down on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Want those trigger the fire alarms? Should be fine. They're too small by themselves. What are those for? Been saving them for a rainy day. Gonna be stuck here for a while, and I'll make a camp out. Camping. I like the sound of that. Won't we get in trouble though? Had to be trespassing, right? It's either this or trying to get home in the snow. As if to illustrate the point, the weather decided to chime in. Besides, schools are usually made with sheltering in mind. There's all kind of procedures for this. Like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really mouldy cots. Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced. Our budget's been in the red for years, Miss Alford. Part of why we are being scrutinised right now, with that whole audit business. Anyway, we're the only ones left on campus. I'm not going to go through all that trouble. So just relax now. What did you call the taxi fee both? Taxi? We had to call as soon as the power went out. It's going to be a while to get one ready and send it out. What we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin. You're not done with that homework, right? You son of a bastard. I'm kidding. Fucking Barbie. Time and the storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her, and soon enough Mr. Adakin starts sharing wild stories about his previous semesters. You know, a few years back somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. Sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after it. You know, I still owe you for not ruining your one coat last year. I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year. I forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway. You too? The eerie ambience of the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and we just wait in each other's company. Adakin slumps downward in his chair. Long day. Glances at the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rain water outside. Normally I'm home by now resting. You don't mind if I relax? Nah, go ahead. Thanks. Stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of the chair. Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. You know, she'd be a bit more friendly recently. You think so? You've been in my class for all 4 years, of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see my students hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you'll see this all the time. Once someone's in a rut, they tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. I'm proud of you making the effort. Mr. Adakin, don't be flustered, be proud, Olivia. You managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Uncle. Me? It's no problem. Come on, schoolers are over. You can drop the mister. I mean, it's not something to be thankful for, is it? Just a friend. That's great to hear, though. You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep company can really help. You can? More than you can imagine. Adakin leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. Just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist, then she winces and yanks at the back. Shit. Olivia, you alright? Ow, I'm fine, it just hurt. It was fine before, though. You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Was it that bad? It was feeling better. Even helped build those doohickeys. The print enlargers. Covers his eyes with one hand. Of course, great move. Susan's been overworking herself, and I think to give her extra physical work. What am I doing? It wasn't your fault. Didn't want you to worry. I had no idea how bad it was. Leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it, and being careful not to cause any pain. You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. Something to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself. I know. I know you're doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad? It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignments on top of my own for the last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's great practice, at least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm. Never would have made it to graduation. All because of that painting you switched. He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia. No, it goes further than that. Painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world, and it went how it did. Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching her fingers out in and out slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help her some way or another. You and that painting. Our teacher palms his face and groans into it. It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I told you that so many times. She looks up, manages a small nod. What a horrible chain of events. I had to witness it all these years. Watched as it taken your friends, your self-worth, the little smell you had when you first came into my class. It was ruining your health. Eugene lets go and covers his own eyes again. And I really just sat there and watched it. Just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have. Yeah, Dakin? You alright? I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, made up my mind about something. You, take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words, just do it, please. What are you going to show us? He stops at the door. Something you should have seen a long time ago. I should stop it there. Why is my heart beating? Is something bad about to happen? I don't want something bad to happen. Look, it's getting on. I can do another one soon. Consider this a cliffhanger. My heart beating out my fucking throat right now. Save. I said save. Thank you. Cheers for watching, folks. Sorry that this one's technically a 2 video one. It should have just all been the one, but you know, my friends matter, man. I want to be there for my friends. Instead of being a sad loser recording by myself all the time. Gotta have some life balance, you know. Good luck, everyone. Take it easy.